Leo, welcome to March 2018. This is a dynamic month. You have the Virgo full moon on March 1st, and you're going into March and you're focused on your money, your resources, your talent, your gifts, your abilities, and how you can leverage these to move up in whatever you're doing. And the sun is in Pisces, it's coupled with Neptune, so it may feel like a woo-woo moon. Woo-woo! And that's because you have, dreamy Neptune, which rules fantasy and the movie industry and the music industry. But it has nothing to do with reality. Yet there's the Virgo moon all alone over there. And it wants to be practical. It is about being practical, but that's going to be kind of challenging because you have this imagination going and, these dreams and schemes and plans, and it's very interesting. Jupiter is trining Venus and Mercury at the Virgo new moon, which is incredibly inspirational and encouraging and very good for money coming to you through other people, your partner making more money, or maybe for some of you, you're doing some sort of real estate deal that is really amazing, or some home-based business that is going to really take off for you. So that's exciting. And then Mercury and Venus move into Aries on March 6th. Oh, but one more thing I want to say is the sun will merge with Neptune on the 4th. It's on at the Virgo new moon on the 1st. So the first few days of March, if you're feeling tired, this is why. Neptune pulls the energy out of the sun. The sun is our life-giving force. The sun is your ruling planet. And so when something is activating it, you feel it deeply. So if you're feeling really tired this first week in March, get your cat naps in. Don't push. This is not the energy to push. Just do what you got to do and then cat nap. Purr. I don't know how to purr. And so make sure you're aware of that. When the sun couples with Neptune on the 4th, you could be really tired. And then Mercury and Venus march into Aries on the 6th. And this is great because Aries is your sister sign, and now you're ready to hit the road. Now you're ready for adventure. You're ready for some serious exploring here in March and April. And this is good. This would be a good month for you to take a class in something that fascinates you. Not like, well, I've got to take this class in accounting because I need accounting. No, I'm talking about like doing something that you've always wanted to do, or doing something that's really out there and maybe weird, but interests you, that would expand your horizons and open you up to new ideas and inspiration. So do something that inspires you. Take a class that inspires you, that fascinates you, that you're curious about, and see where it takes you. Now Jupiter's going to take his turn to reverse March 8th through July 10th. And that could cause some delays and frustrations. So if you were to like sign a lease or buy a house, do it. But then if something falls through, that's the universe looking out for you. That means they have a better house for you, or a better place for you to live, or something is better. And so go with the flow, and if something falls by the wayside or something gets delayed, that's the universe stepping in because you're aiming too low. When we aim too low, we don't get what we want. It's because the universe wants you to aim higher. So there may be something bigger that you're supposed to be going for that you're not seeing yet. And when you do that, then everything opens up for you. Totally. And daylight savings time begins March 11th. Woo-hoo! The days are getting longer. And the sun trines Jupiter on the 13th. That's a lucky day for you. And that can be, some serendipitous opportunity that drops in your lap or something, just a really good day. You know, you have those days where everything just falls into place or just everything goes well. It could be one of those days, you know, just the cherry picking day. And then you have the Pisces new moon on the 17th. Now, Pisces brings the action for you into the area of intimacy, shared resources, your partner's resources, other people's resources, banking, financing, the deeper mysteries, money owed to you by other people, insurance payout, tax payout, inheritance payout, royalty payout. So you get a lot of planets in there. And Chiron is coupled with the moon and the sun at the time of the Pisces new moon. It's almost like the Chiron full moon. I mean new moon. Because Chiron's right there with the sun and the moon in Pisces, and he's getting ready to move into Aries. And so Chiron brings up our insecurities, he brings up our weaknesses, our perceived failings. If some of that comes up for you, it's about moving through it. Jupiter is trining this new moon, and it's about you like going within and really believing in yourself. So if something comes up where you start feeling a little insecure, or you start feeling scared or afraid, this is Chiron. He's showing this to you so that you pull up your courage and get into that can-do spirit and move through it. We all have insecurities. We all get scared when we're about to do something big or something new or something where we've, you know, spent a lot of money on it. We've invested a lot of our time in it. And we're like, okay, now I'm going to put this out there and we're going to see what happens. Whoa! And so, you know, it can be scary. But that means it's important. That means it's about you proving to yourself that you are amazing, that you are awesome, and that you can do anything. When you put that Leo will into it, you can accomplish anything. And you will. And so own that self-respect, own that self-love, own that self-power. I feel like Rocky here. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, and so own it. And then Mars moves into Capricorn right after the new moon on the 17th, and he loves being in Capricorn. He is the exalted executive warrior, the CEO warrior. And that is, again, on work with you. So this is a really big time where Leos are focusing on their work. Saturn is there, and I talk about this in the 2018 through 2020 Leo forecast. You know, you definitely want to check that out if you haven't. You know, because this is a time for you to really maybe move into a new area of work. Maybe become that millionaire you've always wanted to be. Maybe get on a new life path direction. Expand what you do. But you are focused in here on your work in March and April, and I'll talk more about that when I come back to do April. But here in March, now with Mars marching in and joining up with Saturn in there, that's power. Now, it can be frustrating at times because fire signs, we like to move at the speed of light. We like things done yesterday, or like for myself, I move very quickly, and then I'm like, why don't people move as fast as me? You know, and it's like, well, maybe they're not supposed to. Maybe I'm supposed to slow down. Oh, okay. And so, you know, is if you're feeling, you know, that things aren't moving as fast as you'd like, be patient, because Jupiter just went retrograde on the 8th, and Mercury is going retrograde on the 22nd through April 15th. It is in Aries, so you're going to enjoy this one, if there's such a thing. This one won't be so hard for you because Aries is your sister sign, and it pours positive energy into any planets you have in Leo. And so when Mercury goes retrograde, you definitely want to double check any plans you're making for traveling, for teaching, for speaking, for performing, for entertaining, whatever it is you do, and you do so well. You want to make sure that everybody's on the same page, that you know where everything is. You've double checked your flights, baggage, appointments. All of that is exactly where you need it, and then that way you can ride the Mercury retrograde without all of the snafus that come up with Mercury retrograde. So it's going to be interesting in here. Now, the spring equinox is March 20th. Yay! Daylight savings times on March 11th. Spring equinox on March 20th. That's the day the sun enters Aries. That is International Astrology Day. Woohoo! March 20th. And that's because in Western astrology, our system is based on the day the sun enters Aries, not on the fixed stars. The day the sun enters Aries. And so it's a big day for us. And the sun is your ruling planet. And the sun is exalted in Aries. The sun is dignified and homey in Leo, but it's exalted in Aries because Aries is about the singular focus of the individual. And the sun loves that singular focus. The sun loves to be singularly focused because it's the sun and everything rotates around the sun. Right? How does a Leo change a light bulb? They hold it and the world rotates around her. Okay, and so you've got the sun in Aries, and that is, hey, let's hit the road, action, adventure, travel, woohoo! New horizons, time to expand your horizons. With all of that Aries energy, and especially Venus in there, the goddess of love and relationships, you could be falling in love and fast. For some of you Leos, you could be meeting someone and it could be love at first sight. It could be like, bam, whoa, hello, hello. And that is interesting. How interesting. And Venus will move into Taurus on the 31st, and that brings the focus to your destiny in the world. And right after Venus enters Taurus, we have the Libra full moon. So now we have 2 full moons. So that's going to be another blue moon here, just like in January, with the Leo total lunar eclipse. Wow. That was intense. Really big. And so the Libra full moon on the 31st, that brings the action to communication, conversations, short distance travel, teaching, writing, speaking. So be prepared because your best laid plans could fall apart. And that's because Mars and Saturn in Capricorn are T-squaring the Libra full moon. So it's squaring the sun in Aries, it's squaring Mercury retrograde, and it's squaring the moon in Libra. And so for all of us, we're going to have to slow down here. Mercury is retrograde, and Saturn is pointing out the flaws in whatever we're doing. Saturn. And so Saturn's right there in that area of your health, your work habits, and he's testing what you're doing. And so whatever you're doing, you may find that, oh, I missed it over here, and oh, why didn't I see that? Oh, that's not right. I didn't want that like that. Oh gosh, how did that get there? So some of that's going to be going on at the end of the month into April. And we got to watch it with this energy because this is a warlike energy with Mars and Saturn coupled together like this in Capricorn. And so there's going to be a lot of fighting going on in the world and people, struggling and fighting kind of energies, maybe in the politics or the news media and all that. But, for you, it's about your work and it's about any project that you're working on or something that you're doing. And, if you feel frustrated or like, oh, it's not going fast enough, be patient. I said that dirty P word. It's a big word for me too. Is you got to be patient because timing is everything. And there's a reason why we get delayed. There's a reason that the universe throws a wrench in your machinery. There's a reason that there's a roadblock on the road because that road is not safe for you. You got no business being on that road. And so the universe will throw up a roadblock because you're going in the wrong direction or you're doing something that isn't going to take you where you want to go. And so the universe is protecting you from you. I know, the universe protects me from me all the time. And I tell the universe to do that because I can blow things up. And then I'm like, oh man, I blew that up. Why did I blow that up? You know, why didn't someone stop me? And so be aware if the universe throws a roadblock and you are feeling delayed or frustrated or your best laid plans are falling apart, remember, it's slow and steady, which will win the race. Slow and steady wins the race. I think Mercury went retrograde in here. And so if you're feeling delayed, if you're feeling frustrated, you're also, you know, want to watch out for March 24th. That's when Mars is going to square the sun. Arguments can come up at that time. And so, and Mercury's retrograde, so it's very easy to get into it. You know what I mean? Like, you said what? You know, and you did what? And so be aware that arguments can come up around this time. And communication is the key. When Mercury goes retrograde, we're all in our subconscious. We're like in this hyper dream state. And we can be thinking like, hey, I'm right on the money. I know what I'm saying. I know what I'm doing. And then others are like, what did you say? What did you do? You know, and it's like, well, maybe I need to say that a better way. Or maybe I need to take this, do this in a different way. Yes. So we need others to feed back to us what we're saying and doing, because they could be off in lolly-lolly land with the Mercury retrograde and, you know, just, you know, getting hit with these energies left and right. And so we want to double check to make sure our people are with us and understanding that we're all on the same page, moving together into the future and achieving what we want to achieve here in March, going into April. So be aware of that, you know, there's some challenges here because of, you know, Mars in Capricorn, stirring the pot, Saturn really just whacking the Libra full moon, and of course, Mr. Mercury retrograde. But again, though, him being in Aries, I think it's easier to manage than when he's in the water signs or even the earth signs. So having him in the fire signs, and he's going to be retrograding in Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius this year. And, you know, so it's more manageable for you when he's in Aries. When he gets to your sign, that I find a bit challenging when he's in, you know, your own sign, like, whoa, I can't get my brain to connect with my mouth, you know, is Mercury retrograde. But that's in July, August time period. And so here in March, for those of you open for love, man, it's coming in fast. It's going to hit you fast. It could be like, whoa, where did that come from? I don't know, but I'm loving it. And go for it. You know, travel, be out there, let the world know, hey, I'm here. And, you know, be open and available for the love that is showing up for you. For those of you coupled, you know, there's a couple of challenges in here, but, you know, I'm not seeing really like with your significant other. It's more maybe with work or clients that you might be, or customers or patients or whoever you work with, you know, that could be challenging for you. Or if you're working on some sort of project, that is going to be challenging for you. But these are growth curves. The delays are just the universe protecting you, saying it's not time to launch, or it's not even where you need it to be. You need to do some more work over here, and you need to do more homework here, more research here. And that's what Mercury retrograde is all about, is doing more research, doing more work, so that you are putting out your best work. You are putting out the best product and feeling the king and queen of what you do. And money is good, you know, is that Virgo moon is activating things right at the beginning of the month. And I'm not seeing anything, you know, challenging it. If the money starts to slow down when Mercury retrogrades, don't worry about it. It'll pick right up again April 15th, you know, because Mercury does rule your money houses. And when Mercury retrogrades, it can slow things down because we're all off in this dream state now. So, you know, it's okay. It'll all come back in April. And when it rains, it pours. And so, you know, even if you hit a quiet period, then you're going to hit a monsoon where it just all comes in at once. And that's how the universe works. That's how we all work. All comes in together, then it gets quiet, all comes in together, gets quiet, kind of thing. So be patient with what you're doing and stay in that prosperity flow. Money comes to me easily, effortlessly, and often. I have more money than I could possibly spend. Remind yourself, reinforce yourself. My intention is to receive, and that will continuously keep that money flowing to you, Leo. Career, you're moving towards the top, especially in April, is a time where you're really focused on career, and May and June, big career months for you. I'll be back to talk a lot about that. This is a very spiritual month. We are in the cycle of Virgo, Pisces, and then Aries is about your spirituality. This is a wonderful time to get by the water when we're in Pisces and the Neptune effect and the Chiron effect. Get by the water, get by a stream, get by the ocean, and connect to source energy, connect to Creator, and allow Creator to flow through you and connect you to the earth so that you are one with Spirit and that you move about this world. You are in it, but you are not of it because you are of the higher realms. And how is your health? Your health and your wealth come together. It's not enough just to have money. If we don't feel good, what good is the money? You want to be rich in health, rich in body, mind, and spirit. And Mars is in there to help you do that. So make sure that you're taking those cat naps and getting that rest time when you feel tired. Don't push through the exhaustion. Take those cat naps and you'll be good to go. So thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking, favoring, sharing, and Google Plussing my videos. Leo, you're rocking awesome. Thank you for subscribing. You totally rock. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. And if you would like for me to take a detailed look at your astrology or you're interested in coaching, those links are below. They're also up in the Show More section. And I'm doing a YouTube live event February 21st at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Eastern Daylight Time. Wait, February 21st, Eastern Standard Time. And I would love to see you there. So until next time, Leo, it's all about adventure, expansion, expanding your horizons, and love at first sight.